everyone. Today's topic is remainder and factor theorems. So, the learning objective of today's topic is for you to be able to use the factor theorem and the remainder theorem. The remainder theorem is a formula that is used to find the remainder when the polynomial is divided by a linear polynomial. Basically, remainder theorem is to find the remainder when a function is divided by another function. So, if the polynomial f of x is divided by x minus a, then the remainder is f of that a. So, we'll set this x minus a equals to 0 and find x. So, x in this case will be a. And that's what you put into f of. Here's an example. What is the remainder when x cubed plus 2x is divided by x plus 3? So basically, the function is x cubed plus 2x. So what is it? What it is when it's divided by x plus 3. So set x plus 3 equals to 0 and find x, which is basically x equals minus 3. So that's what you put into x. So it will be f of minus 3 equals minus 3 cubed plus 2 minus 3. And you get minus 33. That means that the remainder when x cubed plus 2 is divided by x plus 3 is minus 33, which is not 0. That means that this is not a factor. What does not a factor means? Then here's a factor theorem. The factor theorem is a theorem linking factors and zeros of a polynomial. So, if x minus a is a factor of f of x, then f of a is equals to 0. So, remainder and factor theorem are quite similar, and they are used interchangeably. So basically the difference is that for remainder theorem, you're trying to find what the remainder is. But for factor theorem, if you're trying to find the factor, you know that the factor will be when remainder is equals to 0. So, to know what I mean, you have this example right here. F of x equals 3x cubed minus 5x squared minus 16x plus 12. And they want us to show that x plus 2 is a factor of f of x. That means that to find what to put into the f of x, it will be x plus 2 equals 0, and we have x equals minus 2. That means you have to substitute the x by minus 2 in f of x to find the factor. You'll get minus 24 minus 20 plus 32 plus 12, which is basically 0. So we know that the whole function divided by x plus 2 will be 0. That means that x plus 2 is a factor, because there's no remainder. So it also says to factorize f of x completely. So what you do is that you just do a long division of dividing 3x cubed minus 5x square minus 6x plus 12 divided by x plus 2 to get the degree of 2. And we can just simplify it from there, like doing an usual factorization.